Hello everyone, welcome back to our Java programming series. In today's video, we are going to learn about method. So in the last video, we saw the glimpse, but today we are going to learn about method in detail. Method help us to organize the code using reusable block, making our program more modular and efficient. So let's break down and get into some example. So what are method in Java? Method in Java are block of code that perform a specific task. They allow us to group a statement together and execute them whenever needed. Methods can take input, perform operation and return the output. They help to avoid repetitive and make our code easier to maintain. So by default, Java has two methods and I can say built-in method like println and user-defined method that we created ourselves. So sometimes you have seen we have used system.out.println and inside that parenthesis we are passing the message that is called also method. So what is the general syntax of method? So we have to use as return type first, then method name, then we have to use parameter, then open and close the bracket, and inside that you can create method body. So return type of the data here we have to mention. So suppose if you want to return the data as an integer, then return type will be here int. If you don't want to return anything, then just use the void. Method name, you can use the method name but use the camel case structure. So in the parameter you can pass input to the method and place inside the parenthesis, and this is optional, no need to pass always, so it is not mandatory. And method body, that means the block of code that will return when the method is called. So let's see a simple example, then we will easily understand. So let's try to create a simple method that will print a message just hello. So this is a also method. So for now, don't try to understand. So in future, I'm going to explain everything like what is public, static and all those detail. My plan is to print a message. So I'm not going to return anything. So I will use here void. So it is a return type. Then I want to just print the message. So then use the method name. So method name you can define. So I can say here first method, then parenthesis, open bracket and close bracket. So just use a sys out and the print message like hello. So I want to print this one. So how we can do? So I hope you have already watched the last video where we have created the object. So we have to create object to access this function or method, I can say. So how you can create a object? So just use here class name. Then you can create your object name, and object name is here user defined. So method obj, for now I'm just giving. Then you have to use new keyword, then again class name, open parenthesis, close parenthesis, then put the semicolon. So I have created here object and my object name is here method obj. So let's try to access that function. So just use here dot, then first method. So let's try to run. So you can see here I am able to print the message as hello. Now I want to pass a variable. So how we can pass? Just use here type. Always start with the type. So use as a type string and I can say name. I want to print the name here. So now this method name is first method and it is taking one input, and that input type is here a string. And what it will do, it will just print the message like hello, whatever name you are going to pass. Then just pass here name as Ram. So you can see here, hello Ram, it is printed. So this is just a void. But now just imagine I want to return something. So how we can do? So let's create a return type also. So my plan is to pass two data and try to add like 5 comma 4 I'm going to pass, and when I'm going to add 5 plus 4 it will just try to return the value as a 9. So I can say here int is a return type, and I can say here add numbers. So just use here int a, int b, and for now you just start with int c equal to a plus b. So if I pass 4 comma 6, so what c will hold? C will hold as 4 plus 6. The c will contain value as a 10. So just use here return c. So now whatever value c will contain, it will just try to return. Now let's try to call that method. So what we can do, just use here add number. So here I'm going to pass 4 comma 6. You can see it is just printing hello Ram, but it is not printing 10 because the return type is here what? Integer, but we have not printed anywhere. So what you can do, just use here sys out and cut this one and put inside this one. Now you can see it is printing 10 because the C value is what? 10. Let's run as a debug mode. So you can see C is containing value as a 10. because A is a 4 and B is a 6. So when you try to add, it will just return the value of C. And if you don't want to use this way, there is another way also you can use. So just use like return A plus B. Same thing I'm doing. Here I have not created a extra variable. You can see 10. So you understand how to create a method and how to you can define return type and also non-return type. So if you see here, this is also a method. So void means no need to return, and main is what? Name, method name. And here they are passing one variable. For now, just understand it is a string array, and that variable name is what? Argument or arg. So I hope now you understand this is also a method. And let's see this one, print ln. Here we are passing our message, and if you press control and just open this one, you can see this is also a method, and whatever you will pass, it will just try to print. So in the next video, we are going to learn about what is method overloading.